Can't make nobody, Mason. Can't make nobody stop eating McDonald's. French fries the bomb. Some ice cream. Although it's plastic, okay, whatever. Hey, y'all. Let me some more glasses. Subject today. AI. Why AI? Started from. Came from. Well, I've been here. So, although I think AI and robots all the time. I do. I think it's good and bad. Like I Am Legend. I, Robot. The old system versus the new system. The new system very aggressive. You know, I guess want to get that point across. Whoever's the new God or whatever. Look at this. Looking at. I showed this last time. Robocity. Let's see. What is they want to peep in right quick? Robot. Please, YouTube, don't start putting that welcome to. Don't start doing that. Y'all just gonna shut my other phone down, huh? Whatever. I mean, just totally shut it down. The battery is not old at all. It wasn't wet, it didn't fall. It's not the first time I did that. So I had this, whatever. Oh, I didn't want to say right quick before we get started. The waning moon and the new moon in Capricorn. Now the new moon, now see the old system, the new, well not the old, the way that it was run before, you know, ambitious, get jobs. I mean, it's still that way, finding out projects, your goals, you know, but a lot of people say don't write down, don't put pictures on your board. Hey, Manuel, how you doing? Love you too. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all. A lot of people say don't use the boards to put your wants and needs. Hey, Asia, how you doing? Because the evil spirits see it, and people who go in the astral realm. Hey, Kate King, I guess that changed the battery in your smoke. Ain't nobody hear that but you. That's on your end. Sorry. They say monitoring spirits or whatever see your board. And I think Oprah started that too. And they can see your ideas. And that's why maybe for those that if you don't protect it or whatever, they allow or don't allow your ideas to be stolen, or you won't get what you asked for. So be careful of that. Just run a research there, okay? I stopped doing it. I stopped doing that. That was my choice. But Cappy, you come to play games? Well, it's not a game thing. I do have a child card in my hand. Oh, they say, wait, orange this year. Remember? Fire. This the year of the fire horse. And they say orange will be the color. Oh, son. Whoa, burnt that. What's going on with that? A star. An ant worker. Okay, we talking about worker bee. We talking about that. Capricorn energy. Pumpkin. I think that represents Capricorn. Well, Scorpio as well. But Thanksgiving. Sagittarius. Yeah, anyway, Halloween. Okay. I don't know why I associate Capricorns with Halloween too. And they New Year. I just do. Pumpkin head. Somebody might like pumpkin pie. Orange is for vitamin C. The sun. Somebody might not be getting a lot of sun. What, baby? Okay, go ahead on. That's y'all. Right. That's on. Leave them alone. You can't make people do them. You can tell people all day long, but people gonna do what they want to do. You know, eating the McDonald's. That's fake human food. I done told y'all already.
Whole human right now.
And it got it all on the line. Plastic. Them fries is the bomb, though. But I mean, everybody do what they do. But later on, when shit start fucking up, and you find yourself doing some fucked up shit because you ain't changed, that's on you. Just don't come for me.
Wait, Granny, what if some of the food has like a tracker in it or something?
Huh?
What if some of the food has like a tracker in it?
It make them cannibal. Yeah, it mess up your insides. It make them cannibalism, and it also programs. So it makes you angry, selfish, mean, violent. Your grandma do voodoo? It's voodoo. Voodoo is actually a religion in Haitian, and it was made to help your neighborhood, keep Mother Nature taken care of. Make sure every neighbor, including your families, are taken care of, have food, clothing, shelter, taking care of your surroundings, okay? Making sure everybody is taken care of, protected against things that try to come and mess up your, you know what I'm saying, your little whatever. But they took it and coming, and for jealousy's sake, and people get paid for people come to them and they do things to other people. Some people do it for fame and fortune, but that's not what it was for. Look it up, voodoo, what it was for, okay? It was for protection because a lot of shit was going on and they had to have protection. I used to go to the crossroads for Papa Legbar and ask for a little change every once in a while. When I got to know him, he introduced himself to me, knowing that's my kinfolk. Haitian, Marie Levine, my grandma was Haitian too, and from Louisiana, so yeah. Yeah, so, Jonathan Hay. So, yeah, so that's what it was originally for. Just like the gangs. They done made the Bloods and all. They made those for taking care of the neighborhoods because of other predators that was coming and wanted to destroy the neighborhoods, like from Black Wall Street and, different other things that happened. So they introduced the neighborhood watch, so to speak. And they took it and they made it violent. They made kids go, how they do, sacrifice. It wasn't done for that. The government or secret society just flipped it. Yeah, there's a lot of gods, okay? You are God, okay? It's which one you believe in, which one is in control now. So we got robots, we got the ones controlling robots. If you looked at the other thing I was talking about, what they do in Hollywood to them, that's behind the robot thing. The Matrix tell you a lot, gods and goddesses. So, yeah, it's a lot going on. What, baby, what?
I think I know it eating me.
I can't run. They don't listen to me. They never did. Okay? I appreciate you. Everybody can tell them stuff except me. And they wonder why they in the shape thing. But that's not me. Close my door.
Okay.
Circle. Your circle. Yeah. There it is. Your circle. What circle? Square. Don't be square. I'll study in the matrix. Yeah, a lot of things were made for protection. They flipped it and made it horrible. Because that's what they wanted to do. Discredit people so they could still be in control. Oh, okay. What is the dog out there? Let me walk this halfway. Hold on, y'all. I'm walking my grandson. Are that cold like that? What are you doing? right, y'all. Sorry. I have to make sure he was okay. Um, I got a weird head. I just had took my head off. It's sitting there witchcraft. It's just crazy, but control, jealousy, your insecurities, childhood wounds, blaming other people for shit that's going on in your life. They ain't got shit to do with. They won't fuck with the ones that that did it. They fuck with the innocent one. Think you weak. Or just jealous, period. I don't know. And this be people with money, family or not. Crazy shit going on. Somebody out of my bike. I bought me one. I think I'm gonna move around better walking. Somebody got a horse. So some both from reverse. So maybe you selling a horse, a bike, or selling a car. Sunshine. Oh, the sun going down nighttime. What do I call myself? Intuitive. I always have been. Um, the cards just you see visions on the card, and for you to see the visions, we mostly get the downloads ahead of time. Um, just listen to your ancestors, your guides, and I'm pretty sure you had advice. You used to give advice to people who used to come to you, talk about different things, and you gave them the best advice. And maybe you seen things happen before they happen, or you tried to warn people, stuff like that. It does. Yeah, it does. Oh, what was I listening to? What was I watching? Oh, I was looking at Once Upon a Time. I don't know if y'all seen that. And Rumpelstiltskin was the dark one, and he was telling the witch that was after Snow White's mom that he wanted her to give him his first her first child, which is the daughter. And she was like, "How you know it's gonna be a daughter?" She said, "I could tell the future." So it comes from darkness. Not they make it darkness be so bad, and it's not. Yeah, they make darkness be so bad. They flipped everything. They made dark bad. Like Michael Jackson tried to tell you bad is good, good is bad. Um, how to channel a higher power. How does it tell the future? Because everything happened already. You've been here before. You know what I'm saying? Just different times. You might have been in Roman times. You might have been in, different times. My friend that I care about very much is a Taurus. When he left here, maybe almost 3-4 years now, he came back to me in a Roman uniform. I was sleeping on the couch, and through my third eye, a big old white angel came out to my sliding doors on my little porch, and then he came down, and he came in and he gave me a big hug because he know things he did before he left, and he gave me a big hug. I guess it was apology, and he accepted the reincarnation in the Roman age. Hey April, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, he accepted the reincarnation. A lot of people don't know not to go in that light when you pass away. You come right back here. You come right back into their matrix and be their puppet all over again. I don't know how to do that. Now I notice I be places, but that's something I don't practice. If that happens, like going to my ancestors or something like that, I just try to make sure there's a straight shot for them to come to me to come to them, and messages back and forth. But I never to practice that. I never practiced that. I said I was gonna take the time to see, but you have to when you do this, you have to be living around people you trust, or you don't let nobody know, because some people know how to cut the cord, and that's why a lot of people end up in comas. You know what I'm saying? You can't get back in your body. right? Like Tina Marie say, I ain't coming back no more. Deja vu. No, 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 no. I came here. I'm trying to fulfill my mission. They trying to stop me from fulfilling my mission, like they did before. They killed me and my daughter the last time I was here. I asked them to see. I asked them who was I the last time I was here, and they showed me I was married. I had a couple of kids. I was pregnant. Um, I don't know if I was in the Mars class or whatever it was, and my husband really loved me. I felt that so deeply. And I was driving home. Kind of remind me of Gothica. Was it before Gothica came out? I did that. I don't know. I was driving home, but I can't remember what I seen on the road. Or if somebody hit me or something. But me and my baby died in my stomach. So they was trying to do that again, jumping in and out of bodies. But they got my daughter. And now they're trying to get me. Now, whoever that is, I have no idea. I'm trying to find out. I have some ideas, but um, could be or could astral travel and people cut the cord. Um, could be voodoo, hoodoo. You know what I'm saying? Want to take over their life. I mean, in so many ways, so many reasons why people in comas. Could be sorrow. Also the person could be in a deep sorrow, you know what I'm saying? Things that people put on them and make them feel some type of way over and over, or their life or stuff they did or whatever, whatever. And they go inside of their body. But you got a lot of witches, warlocks, different stuff that are evil, that are put them in cages inside and just keep them or feeding off of them. I mean, it's so many things. It's sad. It's sad as fuck. It really is. So yeah, you have to be very careful of doing a lot of that stuff. I don't play with it. I don't play with it. I was just telling my daughter that I don't play with that. I don't play Papa Leg but them. I don't play with none of them. Really, I don't play with that. It's kinfolk. I appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? I give them thanks. Try to get more and more with what they like. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I need to do some liquor and spit it out, like Bobby Hemmett say, for protection around. But I don't play with that. I had a book. Well, a lot of stars, they ask Papa Legba for stuff, for fame and fortune. They're singing in their songs. They call him another name. He comes by many names, but no, I don't play with that stuff. Baby, you ain't finna get me. I ain't trying to come back and repeat a damn thing. Period. Been here too many times trying to help, and all I get is slapped in the face. So whoever listening, listen. If you don't listen, you ain't gotta listen. You ain't gotta listen to shit. Spinning wheels all around, different colors, different nations, different people. Tops, rolling papers. Somebody need some rolling papers. Oh wow. I blame them. Umbrella Corporation. If you looked at Umbrella Academy on Netflix, I know what I'm talking about. That's the ones that's the guards, y'all call. Well, they're the workers under the robot thing situation. If you look at the picture, we got Mother Cow. Nobody respects the feminine energy. We got Taurus coming in the house. But you could do it off of any cards. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Oh shoot. The thing didn't even keep going. Sorry, y'all. It stopped. Hey River, how you doing? Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. Oh, thank you. Oh, shirt. April. I have a question. Have you ever seen Luckier? Sorry for asking all these questions. Just curious. Plus, you're nice and you answer everything. Have you ever seen Luckier? Who is Luckier? What is that? People say hell no. What's that, April? What are you talking about? Sorry, y'all. My thing stopped scrolling. Banana, yellow, color yellow. I need different colors, your chakras. Oh, you know that could mean peanuts too, right? So orange would be the color this year. Yellow, red. It's our fire year, so yeah, red. I had this from Papa Legba. You know, so I see I might wear stuff a couple of days. I don't really care. I ain't sleep with nobody. Ain't fucking nobody. It's my business. House. But it's love behind now. Look at that. So I don't know if that's love in the house. It's although it's fucked up. Strange love. But I love. House is not a home when I climb the stair and turn the key. Got moon something exposed in the house. Ring. I don't know about engagement. Broke off engagement. Also, you know the ring is like ring of protection. Salt. An occult. Some type of ritual as well. Diamond. Bright like a diamond. Breaking off. Could be something glittering in the sky. You know, got a lot of spaceships, too. Over somebody's house or under somebody's house. Heart. Ear. Listen. H-E. Her. Her ear. Listen. In the house. A he. Art. In the house. Use. Hoe. Ooh. Hoe in the house. There's some hoes in this house. There's some hoes in this house. Purple button. Now that remind me of Coraline. Yeah, that remind me of Coraline. Eyes on you. Could be watching you. You know, she was watching Coraline through the dog. Ain't that song? Remember she was watching Coraline through that dog? Girl, reverse. Not real. Or baby doll. Watch through baby dolls. Eggs or baby. Frog. Leap. Motherfucker. Rogue. Go. Fro. Afro. Lion. On. Fro. In. Cake. Look good, but somebody need to watch what you're eating for people. Turtle, slowly. Taurus energy again. Fish from Pisces. I don't know if anybody having fish. Chocolate cake, you know I love chocolate cake. And that's a weakness. People know what you like. Kite, fly. Could be drugs, high. Kite. Flying high. It's been windy enough to fly high. Happy birthday, Capricorn. No, yeah. Still Cappy's birthday, right? Do. Carrot cake. It says for the eyes, hair, ball, crystal ball, or just a ball. Playing the games. It's reverse. Soccer. Somebody like soccer. A sock. Be careful. Somebody might be trying to attack you. Soccer can be very aggressive. Nest. So that's people that you love. The nest reverse. Or this was past tense. don't know, use your discernment. Grapes. Rape. Whoa. Rap. Somebody raps. We have a lot of kids. Telephone. Listen on the telephone or call on phone. Something fucked up my phone. Grapes, purple. Listening on your phone or making a phone call. Somebody trying to call your dog. Dog. Unfaithful person. And they could be have a little money or royalty or something with that purple right there. Sagittarius energy. Kind of have Sagittarius in their chart. Certain time. What's that? 4 o'clock. Could be 4 a.m., 4 p.m. Or your alarm goes off at 4 o'clock. Maybe your dog barking or, I don't know, a mouse. My mouse went up, the clock went down. Hickory dickory dock. The mouse went up, the clock. A matter of time. Cow, mouse, elephant. Could be somebody bigger than you. They say elephants scared of mice, right? I don't know. That's what they say. In the little cartoons. I guess if you jump on his back, he probably would be nibbling on him. Otherwise, he could step on him. Elephant. And again, worker. Working on you. Ellen. I don't know why I got prophecy out of that. Use. More money. More. Moors. Boulay them, huh? Moors. Sneaking around a certain type. Listening to what you're saying. It says duck reverse. Apple, phone or apple, poison apple or just an apple. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. Tree ancestors. Okay. T. Ree. Somebody named Ree or call somebody Ree. Could be Ken folks. Shoes. These shoes are made for walking. That's just what I'll do. Show. Holes again. There's some holes in this house. There's some holes in this house. Flowers. Reverse. Now flowers could be children or don't want to give you your flowers or want to walk all over you. Discredit you. And drum. Make a lot of noise. Throw you off. Talking a lot. Fox, trying to be sneaky. Okay, fur. Don't they have fox clothes, fox furs? A key, an idea. So the fox got an idea. The cat to sneak around. Well, must I chase the cat? Nothing but the dog and me. Cats eat mice. At so about y'all somebody trying to break in or come in your space. Leaf. That's a knife. It's a sword. I didn't know. In Mother Nature world. Elf. Eighth. Protect yourself. Protection. Mother Nature. Ancestors. Pants. So somebody want to wear the pants in the family, or you wear pants, or people don't like you wear pants. It could be somebody don't wagon. That's also vehicle. Somebody don't like you wearing the pants or being masculine, or you're masculine. Somebody could have a wagon or some type of vehicle too. Gone. Well, Wickeshaw. Oh, yeah, Wickeshaw. Indian tribe. Wickeshaw Pierce. I used to work there. Wag. Dog wagging his tail. I don't know, it just popped at me to do this first. Okay, back to I'm gonna leave the robot up there, but I asked my grandson what to name it. He said, "Why AI? Why?" Yeah, about the job situation. Now, Capricorn is the new moon. Is like, getting it together, finding your career, going to college, blah blah blah. But look at all the jobs that AI have taken. Data entry, telemarketers, retail, bookkeepers, receptionists, product production workers, bank tellers, um, assembly line, manufacturing, pickers, inventory, clerks, analytical and financial roles. Okay, entry level and routine analysts and information gathering. Um, Junior financial and market research analysts, paralegals, legal assistant for document repair and research, insurance underwriters, customer service, um, Chat BT handlers, I call them handlers, copy editors, cars, making cars, right? That's why a lot of repos, right? Then spirits and Teslas. They tell me spirits and Teslas. Event planners, machine AI help. Okay, we know that. Analyze medical images or suggest treatment plans. But final decision is by the humans. That's why I'm needing the nurses, because AI taking that. So far, the psychiatrists, no, but they help them solve problems, but it's up to the human to make this last decision. But they have no empathy. They trying to get them with empathy. Dig deep inside of human behavior. Can mimic you. Remember I was talking about Beyonce the last time. We all seen the movie of that, Michael Jackson, all of them showing you what they do. Some people like dolls, okay. I don't blame some people. Because humans, I love y'all, but some of y'all be tripping. So, sexual wise or company, some people, Michael Jackson used to have it before he got his kids. And a whole lot of rich people have like mannequins around, different things, animals to keep company. And they made the sexual dolls and all that kind of stuff. They got the AI now that's human. They can have sex with it any type of way. No, don't talk back. Don't talk back. And truck drivers, security guards, remember the cops, pharmacists, market research, proofreaders, delivery drivers. Um, then also I put a note say live around, say could put in order for them to be able to mimic. If you're mutable, that's why I say mutable this year. Mutable, try to be mutable, because they can mimic. If you same behavior over and over and over, they can mimic that. Okay, and they might do it. I hate to say, having a baby in those places. Told y'all, switch the babies, and it could have it growing, or they switch it out as it grows. You don't know nothing about it. As you go to the doctor, whatever, and they're studying human behavior. Some type of way they're doing this. They've been doing this. And also, I'm sorry to say, not all adopted children, but a certain percentage I was watching the picture I was telling y'all about, and they were talking about adoption project. My other phone don't work, so they just blanked it on why. Um, AI does not know about blind spots, speech patterns. Like I said, if you repeat, say the same thing over and over, they can. Um, Now Capricorn, like I say, it's about career and this and that. Now even I made a video of them. Even the actors and actresses, they was going to make it where they can come to their homes and not go to the studio to make parts of the movie so they can save money, and then they mimicking them for the roles, and they're not getting paid what they should or whatever. That's supposed to be future for the actors, and they're trying to get rid of rap, trying to stop that. They done made it so violent. That wasn't even what rap was. Rap was not violent, you know. It was helpful. Queen Latifah age, even before her, is to help the neighborhood rap about what's going on. Okay, I got conflict with the heart. Okay, they have no heart. Okay, that's why it came up. They have no heart, so they're not real. Shoot to kill when they're cops or something like that. Um, they're not the original. They're copies, you know. So, but that's not stopping the agenda, right? Okay, we got Cappy as avoid starting big public projects or oversharing with focus while focusing inward on setting intentions, planning, and gentle release of old energy, internal groundwork, vision boards, lists. This is the old system. Before the waxing phase brings outward growth, not for big reveals or draining social energy. Don't let fear stop you. Avoid broadcasting every detail of your life. Um, Build personal power. Focus on quiet reflection. Focus planting seeds. Watch laziness or watch yourself and others. Not finishing or not doing the work. Not being persistent. Okay? Don't now Capricorns, the ones I know is persistent. Even if it's the wrong way, they persist. Some of them, I'm just saying. Don't wash hair on the new moon. Cosmic energy, because I never publicly looked that up, what that means. It says manifest goals, clear space, uh, new energies. I got new room. What is that? Rest and reflect. It rests. Okay. Beware of surroundings. Burn and bury papers with things you want to let go of, rituals for banishing. Start small. This is the old because the world is changing and trying to make it hard. So you really have to over plant for stability, security, survival. Agree to disagree. Something that type of way. Prepare yourself for the unknown, the strange. You, me, and us. Discovering more and more about yourself you never knew or seen. Strip away the clutter, comfort zone, dead zone. So nothing you should want that you should want. You know what I'm saying? That around you all the time. Certain things, but if you have to travel light, do that. Dead zone, stability. Stay here or keep being a robot. If you don't want to change, they'll be able to mimic your routine every day. What your ancestors say, but talking to your ancestors. They trying to discredit that. Dead is dead. No, it's not. The sea goat. Capricorn, water. Closer to water signs and earth signs. But say don't get along with fire. There's a discrepancy, right? Because, yeah. It says Aquarius, Capricorn, out the box. You're same but different, okay? But also alike. Get along with earth, okay, earth and water. Okay, one of the notes. I was listening to Bobby Hemmett. Matter of fact, we need to listen to him. 12 tribes, 12 zodiac signs. Thought that was interesting. The 13th is the daughter that got raped. Damn, I can't remember her name now. Diana. And I was noticing Ishmael, that Ishmael family dad had, Ishmael had 12 sons and one daughter too. Just like Jacob did. That was something. And they discredit the daughter. The future is now, seconds. Yeah, the future is this next minute. So we'll be looking at the future as a whole long way knows right now. Every time that clock go around, that's future. Okay. Let me see what I want to do next. Smoke this before they come back. So yes, remember it used to be, there's always tomorrow for dreams to come true. Tomorrow is not far away. I don't know. Something strange. Will it change? Can you be bought? And then it run out. You have to go back and do the same thing over and over. See, that's a pattern. So you can be copied. You can be replaced. I was looking at forensic stuff online. Sorry, Netflix. I was trying to look for stuff. Let me see. Pertaining to Saturn. Guess y'all can see that. But I put stuff. I don't know if I took it off or not. Let's see. I think we did this one. Okay, Capricorn is money.
Bobby Hemmett told us, real spirituality.
Confused by the Medicare ABCs? If you have original Medicare, then you have Parts A and B. Have you
Bobby Hemmett told us, real spirituality. ain't what they sell on TV or in church. It's ancient. It's African. It's Atlantean. It's Lemurian. It's the science of the soul before the world fractured into borders and beliefs. While the mainstream fed its distractions, Bobby pointed back to Kemet, not as a piece, but a record of a people already in decline. Ahead of his time, absolutely. Because everything he revealed then, we're just starting to realize it now. Let's check this clip out.
30 years ago, you only had one preacher in America that was signature to that, and that was Reverend Ike. And everybody thought he was a joke. You know what I'm saying? We used to laugh at Reverend Ike when he would talk about, you don't have anything, you don't know what to do with your money, send me your money and I'll know what to do with it. I can do a lot with it. And we were thinking that that was a novelty and somewhat of a joke and could be a form of embarrassment. You know, when we were in our right mind. But now all of a sudden, this is the run of the mill. And this is fashionable with every black preacher. Here goes again, we're getting caught up in things that have nothing to do with spirituality. Real spirituality, the modern world knows very little about it. That is relegated to the European lodges, the metaphysical and occult societies, certain bookstores and certain literature. But as far as the run-of-the-mill people, the masses of the people, both black and white, we don't get any of this on TV, and we certainly don't get it in the church, and we certainly don't get it in the public eye, what real spirituality is. So to understand that, you must understand the history of real spirituality. Real spirituality is a combination of an educational system put together in Africa, in Atlantis, Lemuria, which is nothing but different planes of the existence of the earth until we get into the physical aspect. And Africa happens to be a form of the physical aspect, but it wasn't necessarily the first, because the first civilization was, in fact, all of the earth that had all one landmass, because at one time the earth was connected and we had one landmass. Most European scholars have proven that. One landmass, one people. You see what I'm saying? Africa is one of the first places where we started documenting records. I'll often ask this particular question. We go to ancient Kemet or ancient Egypt, and we see these vast monuments all over ancient Egypt, all over ancient Kemet. We was at the Walters Art Museum today looking at the British Museum collection, and their Book of the Dead is here in Baltimore. And you just see these vast carvings of stuff that looks like it's from another world. And we see this vast civilization in Africa, on the continent of Africa. But we often shake our head and go, why didn't the rest of African civilization build vast civilization on that particular level as Kemet? Although we do have pyramids on in the Nubia, we have different artifacts throughout the continent. Nothing on the scale of ancient Kemet. Well, the great mystery is here. Ancient Kemet or ancient Egypt came into being as one thing. When ancient Egypt was first comes into being, it's going to be a monumental state, a state of recording vast storehouses of knowledge and information. We were already at our fallen state. We were on our decline. This happens to also do with what we have to understand, the time cycle. Because now we're finding out, when you study more and more, that number one, we were here, if not thousands of years, millions of years. That's the first thing. Number two, we did not come from apes. That is a European concept, and it is a contrived concept based on conspiracy, with Charles Darwin being commissioned to about this concept. Well, most, even black scholars at this particular time will say, well, no, we can't argue that because we have bones. Yes, you have bones, and there's different species of bones and different species of apes. But that does not mean that that's a species of men. That could be just various species of apes. That's why even Charles Darwin say it's the missing link. But my point here is to drive the nail into further evidence would be this. If we came from apes, the ancient Egyptians or the ancient Africans or the ancient indigenous person around the earth would have said we came from apes. It wouldn't have been no white man in the 1800s. We are responsible for history and knowledge on this planet. The Africans, the ancient indigenous black person around the earth. Everything that we know now is only a fragment of what they knew then. And yet, in my studies and studying them for the past 15 years, as I have never seen any ancient indigenous people who record everything, especially in ancient Kenya, say that we come from apes. So who am I going to take? A white man, Charles Darwin, based on a lie, so that they can cover up the history of black people being on the earth for thousands of years. And when you ask the question, where do white people come from? They don't have a history that can even equate to civilization no more than 2000 BC. Now, they might have been on the earth a little longer, but we're talking about outside of the cave. We'll give them a little bit of Greece. And that was stolen. But the point I'm trying to make here is it's a conspiracy. So now going back, we're talking about that's the first thing. We didn't come from apes. But going back, we're talking about a timeline that is so remote until we can't even count it as far as the history here. And number two, we're not talking about an evolution into technology of today. We're talking about advanced technology that the ancients had, a decline of the advanced technology, and then now a re-emergence of technology that the European does, and calls it technology the only time technology has been on the planet. Like, I was coming in from New York the other day. I did a lecture in New York last week. I was coming in. It was me, a brother from Ethiopia, and then a white boy sitting next to us. And we was up in the clouds on the airplane. And the white guy said, you know, it's amazing. He said, think of all the millions of people that lived in the ancient times and in the past. They couldn't even dream of being in the clouds like this. And look at us sitting up here talking between the clouds. And I looked at him and say, think of all the ancient people that was in the past. They could see what we're seeing in their own mind. And could astral travel at will any time of the day and see the same damn thing. You see? I said, think about that. I said, see, what you're doing, you're falling into this thing to thinking the only advanced state on the planet when people were able to do stuff that we do now is at this particular time with Europeans. And that's why the Europeans think that they're so superior over other people. It's number one, the ones that do know, they hide the truth of our achievements and our superiority over them based on advanced technology on a whole nother level. And so it's interesting that you can get a white boy that was being innocent. He was not really being, you know, he wasn't in the conspiring realm. He was just basically, they think that way. They think that what they're dealing with at this particular time on the planet is the most advanced. And this is a conspiracy by hiding what fragments of the achievements that they can find and what knowledge they do have. They hide all of that, and they only present the European model of what they call technology. So in so many words, what they can do is they can have advanced and vast amounts of information that they have recovered from the Africans that was left behind in 16 universities left behind by the Moors in Spain, which is black Africans. And they can have all this particular information, but they would, instead of putting this particular information outside of the lodge to the public, of this vast advanced technology on much more advanced level than what they have now that they will never be able to duplicate. They would rather wait and figure out a way to get to the closest common denominator of what they can invent with their system of what they call technology than to give the people the real information on this advanced technology that existed before it. They would do this and wait for 100, they would rather wait for 100 years to figure something out than to give you the blueprints of stuff that the ancient man had that they don't know how to deal with. And so in so many words, when they keep coming up with these inventions, you say, the white man is great. The white man is great because he's the one that's inventing all this technology. And what he's doing is ruining our technology. In the particular African thing, only thing he's doing is giving you more concepts of convenience. Things that you don't have to use the mind, things that you don't have to use the spiritual ability to do, you have to do with gadgets and technology. So we can dematerialize cells and be on one side of the planet in a few seconds and rematerialize cells and travel physically from one part of the planet to the other. We can do these things. We have accounts of doing these things even written in our doggone ancient texts. You see, we can go to all forms of the universe and didn't have to leave the earth physically. We could go to those clouds and walk around in those clouds. Hell, they got mythology of people walking around in clouds. How the hell you think they got the mythology of them walking around in the clouds? They got the mythology because they was walking around in the clouds recording this shit. This is what the occult knowledge is about. Now, because you haven't experienced it, and because you haven't studied it, you can't say that this person is crazy and he's just making stuff up. You can only say this when you study this particular information. You see what I'm saying? When you study this particular information. And never ever on this planet Earth say that you are aware of the knowledge that exists. And the knowledge that you are aware of that exists is the only knowledge there is. Only a fool would do that. And never, never, ever feel satisfied with Western education to give you the fundamental basis of adequacy of knowledge. Because whatever they're going to give you is going to be inadequate. Because the simple fact they're only going to give you rudimentary forms of training to rule their society. You will never get true knowledge. That is left up to the lodge and left in the lodge. In the upper echelons of white societies that have usurped our particular information and preserved it. Now, we're not saying that they have the key to knowledge in a particular aspect, that the only way you're going to get the knowledge is go through them. No, I'm not saying that.
Lo más difícil del menú $5 fave de Popeyes es elegir cuál pedir.
Blink and get more with new 2K Plus Smart Security. With Blink 2K Plus, get set up in minutes to see every detail in crisp 2K video. Get noise cancellation for clearer two-way talk.
Hey!
Oh, hey, perfect timing.
Get wireless power for up to 2 years of battery life. Plus, with smart detection, you always know who's there. Plug in or battery powered. Get Blink 2K Plus and get more with smart security for less.
Imagine you are him, and you have a brain tumor. Like you, your brain tumor is unique. inoperable to some. But your team at Houston Methodist pushes the boundaries to uncover a hidden path that makes your tumor operable. That's the difference between practicing medicine and leading it. For you, Houston Methodist, leading medicine.
We have vast storehouses of knowledge because it's never lost. And you can tap into that particular information, but you have to get to the basic rudiments of what I'm talking about as far as now going beyond history as black people and going into the mystery. So in so many words, the things that I'm explaining now and putting forth, and have been putting forth since when I started speaking in June of '92, and it'll be going on 12 years soon, but been working towards at least 15 years. The type of information I'm putting out and all is vast amount of information. It explains these particular greater forms of what we call mysteries. No, it's not even mysteries. It's higher forms of technology and higher forms of knowledge. And we have the access to that. And as a result of going through these particular high forms of knowledge, as a result, we have now recovered just about anything we want to deal with at this particular time, based on particular energies and knowledge and the know-how of these particular things. As a resurgence and a return of the ancient information. And yes, don't think for 1 minute that the Egyptians, who knew that they were going to go into slavery 5,000 years before, they said it right in the Hermetic text, that they were going to go into slavery. Don't think for 1 minute that they weren't going to put things in place, or they didn't already know that deep in our DNA or the archetypes of the collective unconsciousness, we wouldn't be able to recover this. Because after all, we're just the same people, reincarnated to this day. You see, nothing is ever lost. And in the Gospel of Thomas, which is one that never found itself in the Bible or was taken out of the Conference of Nicaea or those other 8 conferences, tells you that in the last days, all things will be recovered, and there will be no mysteries that is hidden, secrets that are hidden, or mysteries that were hidden that will not be revealed. So this is what we're talking about now, is taking it off of a spook level, where we can say that we are unveiling the information now in this modern time, which is advanced science. I'll give you an example. I was talking with a white boy from the University, California, Berkeley, someplace. And we got into the thing about the occult or the metaphysical realm or Crowley and different things and all. And I was saying, well, the Western man, he always dissects things compared to the ancient man who would observe things. So the ancient man could go in and he could observe animals, he could observe human nature, and he could basically heal people based on observing the human nature and tapping into the elements around him to find out what needed to be done to heal this particular person, or what needed to be done to live harmoniously with certain animals, or what needed to be done to deal with nature. I said, whereas the Western man, which is the European man, would have to dissect. He would have to actually destroy nature and destroy thousands amounts of nature and animals and life and even humans, which they do guinea pig on black people in the United States and around the world, and indigenous people, to come up with an answer on how to cure and somehow cure the symptoms, but not the cause. He never is a master doctor. He's only patching up the symptoms. He is not a healer. But he would dissect things where the African would literally observe the nature and become one with the nature and would heal it and never have to dissect it all. As a matter of fact, surgery was the last resort. That's a person that's hurt, has gotten an accident, and is dying right then. Now, they knew how to go in and do the surgery that way, but most of the time, that was not needed. So I was telling this white boy, I said, they can get certain aspects of, they can get some corn, they can get some coconuts, they can get some grapefruits, they can get some twigs, they can get some plants, they can get different things, they can get a statue of this. They can carve this and they can use this stuff and put it all together on an altar in a tray and heal your body based on what it is. And the guy said, now come on now. You're going to have to come better than me than that, because he's trained the Western way now. He said, now you're going to have to come better. You're going to have to explain to me how somebody going to get a coconut, a pig, well, I don't want to say a pig, a cat, sacrifice this animal and go get a bunch of stuff in nature. And then go get a bunch of inanimate objects, which is vibrating. Everything vibrates on the planet. And heal someone without dissecting them. How can he do that? Now, obviously, I'm sitting here in this restaurant with this white boy. The knowledge of this particular methodology had been lost for thousands of years as far as the ancient knowledge of how it is done. But the ritual and the tradition of the ritual was handed down from generation and generation that still worked. So here it is, you would have a priest would be dealing with certain spells and stuff, and he would have a tradition on what to deal with these particular spells and this particular ritual to cure something. But when you asked him the scientific way on how it actually worked, it was thousands of years before it was put together and all of it being handed down. The scientific measurement, they would not know sometimes. But they know it works, and it works over and over again. So the white boy was going to tell me, now you're going to have to explain to me how this thing works. Now, right then, I didn't know how the scientific way on how this thing originally was put together when they originally conceptualized this particular ritual. But when the white boy told me to explain it right then, I explained it. I tapped into the original source based on the genetic DNA. And he said what? I said, well, if you talk in general, everything has force fields. Everything has force fields, and everything is built up on different dimensions and different fields and different streams of energy. So only thing that the African had to do, or the ancient indigenous person had to do, was find something in nature that would correspond to that which is inside of the body. If we're talking about healing the body, this particular one, they could find something in nature that would correspond to the heart, the liver, the spleen, the brain. They would find something in nature, because everything has not only force fields and streams of energy, but there's always something in the plant world or the animal world that is comparable. Cellular structure, the physical structure of your body, by just matching up corresponding elements in nature. And the streams would fuse this stuff together and would actually heal without even going into dissecting the person or cutting the person open. And I explained it to the white boy that way, and he couldn't say nothing, because it was profound and it was the right way to do it. But I called it up on the spot because nothing is never lost. It is in our DNA. It's in the molecular structure. So this is the kind of advanced knowledge we're talking about on this particular level. Well, another form of healing was, we have the spiritual realm, the spirit realm, which is now all taboo to people that's in religion. Religion very rarely does with the spirit realm. Just tell you to pray and believe it's going to be all right. But there was the spirit realm, and there was entities in the spirit realm, and those entities could come in and heal, because they would be the doctors. Just like you have a team of doctors, there's a team of doctors working around the clock to save this person. Or there'll be a team of spirits, team of ancestors, a team of spirit realm, a team of gods that could come in and could actually heal that particular person. You see, because the physical body is the most easy thing on the earth for the spirit realm to heal. So one thing they would do is take them, find out what spiritual entity or spiritual energy is his astrological, astronomical, cellular structure line up to, take him to that particular temple that is the guardian or the head of that particular temple, on based on what his zodiac, or based on whatever his energies are. There's a different god that corresponds to his particular energy. Take him to that particular temple where that god sits over his head, put him on the table, do the ritual and call down the entity come down there and knock it out in a few minutes. But we're talking about advanced knowledge and science. You see, and this is the stuff that is privy to us now. But you can't be messing around in faith and excuses not to learn advanced knowledge by thinking everything's gonna be all right. You see what I'm saying? We are world-class people now. We are into the 2000s. You see what I'm saying? And this stuff now has come around.
Coach presents Leathers to Love.
Wow, you know, I'm gonna stop it right quick because that was interesting what he just said. He just mentioned that there's different zodiac signs have different gods and goddesses. I don't know if I heard that before. For healing and helping you, a god and goddess according to your zodiac sign. So, damn, I can't get my other phone to find that out. We'll continue with him in a minute. Let's do another spread. See what else going on for the new moon coming in. Let's see. Y'all still out there? Y'all gone? Or they knock you out the box? They'll do that. Okay. What's up for the new moon coming in January 18th? Aquarius energy coming in. Oh shit, the tower right off the top. Oh damn. Upheaval, disruption, awakening. Oh damn. Attainment, Knight of Buttons, patience, tenacity. Patient through this tower. It is going to be disruption. Something's going to disrupt you or going to awaken you. What the hell? Unpredictable. That's why I say stay mutable. Because ain't no telling. Aimless. Knight of Needles reverse. Impulsive. Requires patience. Unpredictable. People, places, and things. Weather, I don't know. Something's gonna disrupt on that time or before that time. Sheesh. Impulsive, doing something other than ordinary. Soul searching, self-discovery. Okay, the Hermit. A long time. Okay. Y'all hear that, huh? Watch and observe and go into Virgo mode. Providing, caregiver, Queen of Buttons, practicality, Now, caregiver, I know my husband's in Virgo's in the hospital. Could be, and that's medical for Virgos as well, because it's health. So he was at Bobby Hemming is actually dipping in. He's a Sagittarius Virgo energy, because he's dealing into health. Scorpio also is health. It's digging into the root, and he was talking about they wanted to actually dig in by operation. You didn't have to do that. Okay. There are certain things like a lot of Haitians use roosters or chicken or something like that, and that's to cure someone with, we don't understand, spiritual world. Calling on different gods and goddesses, entities, rishas or whatever it may be for healing, that you don't have to open a person up and dissect and see what's in there. And different plants, fruits that are made like that area that the people are sick in, and you could take those things also and heal a person. He said he getting operated on or even stick it with a needle would be the last resort to a situation, right? So this could be medical, aimless, unpredictable. Okay, 3 of them jumped out. Avoidance, 8 of Cups, fear of loss, escapism. So it says hermit mode, escapism, caregiver, practicality, practical, aimless, it's no use, impulsive. Somebody being helping, but they don't get it. A tower, the people, don't let them fuck with you. Avoidance. Okay. Divine faith, the unknown. That's I say things that you might remember. If your Akashic records and stuff is open, third eye, divine faith, but everything, he said everything will be revealed. So you'll know after the fact. I say avoidance, escape. So you can leave out of the situation. I don't know if it's a storm or whatever it is beforehand, or hide or get away. You know, when to leave and when not to leave. Divine faith, keeping your faith. Openness, curiosity. Curiosity killed the cat. Dinosaur egg. Okay, we got 8 of matches. Acceleration. Every time I see that word, it reminds me of a car. Air travel, of course. Quick decision, yeah. So I don't know if anything will be going on. The air, like I talked about last reading. The towers at the airport. It was so funny. And it wasn't funny. So bizarre that when they had the strike of the government, that they stopped directing the airplanes. That was crazy. Empress. Creativity. That's another thing AI has. They have to copy our creativity. They need our creativity. It says nature. A nurturer. Okay, that's the Empress, right? And those right under the Hermit. So Virgo and Libra. Discontent. The Sun reverse. Manna. Says preparing food, right? Not satisfied. Pessimism. Caregiver. feeding people or taking care of someone. Heartbreaker, jealousy, Knight of Cups, inconsistency, Queen of Cups, empathy, calm, comfort zone. So, might be hard for some people to get out of the comfort zone because there's a lot of unknown things going to happen. Food, needing food, water, I don't know, avoidance. They've got storms, they got some tragic possibilities, wishful thinking, Seven of Cups, choices, yeah, dreamer. Maybe I'm just a dream. How this song go? So, Queen of Cups, trying to have faith. So, a good person. You're trying to have faith. You're trying to make things work. Hoping that, it could be, like I say, if you're helping people, trying to give them encouragement, it's going to be all right, but you really don't know. It's unknown. It's really not in your hands. You know, their faith is all according to what they have done or what they have not done, the road that they got to go down. Have they did the work? Have they not did the work? You know, but you love. It's a lot of love, but it's also jealousy of your love because you love, and that's crazy. Somebody mad because you care about other people or people in your life, and what they got to do with them. I don't know. Strength, stay strong. Right under the Empress and the Hermit. Self-mastery, discipline, control. Yeah, it's about testing. Yeah, this year's going to be something. Hasty. Yeah, don't be hasty. You're going to want to jump and do something. But don't let them use you for your love either. Because you love them. You know what I'm saying? Dishonor, disrespect, all talk. 'Cause they're not doing the work. Pretending to do the work. Pretending like they care when they don't even love themselves. Because you love yourself, you're not going to fuck over nobody. Because you don't want that karma to come back to you, what you got going on. That's how I see it, shit. Aimlessly. A lassitude, Seven of Buttons reverse. Overworked. So that was pointless. Whatever they doing, whatever happened. Dishonor. Recovery. Charity. Five of Buttons reverse. Sanctuary. Recovery. So that could be recovering from something that somebody did. Could be hospital too, sanctuary. Going into your secret space. Could be jail too. Overworked. Going into relaxation, your sanctuary. Recovering from the things that happened that were aimless, that shouldn't happen, but It was allowed for some reason. Confession, cowardness, 7 of needles, conscience, the conscience bothering them, want to confess. But they chicken out. Ignorance, unreceptive, disregard, that they don't need to do it, the message reverse. Disregard what you said, what you know, the ancestors told you, tell them, or you, whatever the deal is, they didn't listen. Ancestors, guides, whatever it may be, spoke to you, spoke to whoever, and blowed up in their face. No, they need to apologize, but they won't do it. Got the devil reversed that you kept. Detachment, freedom, release, self-control. So you detached from the situation. And you feel free. Courage. Take charge. Fierce energy. Queen of matches. Okay. Independence. Yeah, you said fuck this shit. You ain't gotta say a damn thing. Limitations. Pessimism. Twice. 5 of Cups. Regret. You ain't already moved out the building. Either your mindset is like, the same thing we've been talking about. It's like, at this point, I ain't gonna say it's pointless. For your own soul and healing, it's best to do that, but you have to mean it from the heart, right? Temperance reverse. Imbalance. Impatient. If you don't mean it, don't say it. Excessive. Yeah. Ain't nobody waiting on none of that. Trying to keep shit moving. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Misfortune. Loss. Upheaval. Chunk it as a loss. Chunk up the deuce to the north and the south. I got them diamonds in my mouth. Okay, upheaval, loss. Okay, misfortune. Misfortune is like, sorry you feel that way, you know, but I'm not going to sit around begging nobody to do a damn thing. The star, hope, faith, renewal. Okay. Keep on shining. Always something. Fatigue, paranoia, struggle. Oh, stagnation, fear of change, death card reverse, avoiding change. Well, it's here. So I don't know who's staying in that comfort. There's not time to stay in that comfort zone. They'll burn you in where you at, baby. That storm or whatever come through. Tell you, dress lightly, no harder. Let that shit go. Scorpio energy. Let that shit go. Whether it's inside of you or outside of you in the house, declutter. You know, don't hold on to things so you won't be hurt. Remember, they've been told me to release. I expect the unexpected now. It's like, not saying I'm heartless or anything like that. Yeah, you know, but just gotta keep it moving. Childishness.
That's what.
What?
We saw a real deer.
Oh, man, I keep missing him.
It was 3.
I went to the park.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
To the store.
I keep missing him. I ain't seen him since I've been out here. Hey, close the door back when you leave, back. Childishness, child just walked in, huh? Independency, serious. They need to get serious. Playful. She did again. She keep running outside. Is she going? Apathy, beyond reverse, mistrust. Yeah, now you don't trust them, doubt. I mean, I can't trust you if you don't, have no remorse for what you did, only because you got caught and it blowed up in your face. It says control, domination, there it is. Rigidity, the emperor reverse. So, how you gonna be an emperor to an empress when you want to dominate them and you can't do that? Because she gonna fight with you. He gonna fight with you. Poor leader, overbearing, unrealistic, can't matches. Okay? Ain't nobody gotta take that. Wish come true. Gratitude, 9 of cups. Contentment. Okay, treat them bad and hope that everything turn out all right. Wow. Opportunity. Fertility. Ace of buttons. Prosperity. The opportunity. Pregnant? What am I for? To grow. Materialistic prosperity. Shake the wealth. Share the wealth. Legacy. So, what? Is it you want them to share with you after you treat them like shit? Okay. Legacy, 10 of buttons, inheritance. The spells didn't work. Oh, same shit. I'm so tired of this. Influence by who? Discipline, king of buttons. Greed, influenced by greed, not nobody. But it could have been, we got the evil entities, like I say. But you have the right to say no, you should have been protecting yourself. Compassion, have some compassion for you. Okay. Diplomacy. Balance, king of cups. Cause you type of person, you're balanced, you're diplomatic, you know. That's really crazy. Subconscious, imagination, illusion. Yeah, the illusion of the moon. Really. Nobody not gonna trust that no more. Lost your mind. 10 of matches, accomplishment, burden, responsibility. Hey Daniel, happy Wednesday. What's up, what's up? Responsibility, burden. Yeah, that's pretty much. Should have been more responsible. They became a burden to you. Delusional. You want to treat somebody like shit. They helping you. Been there for you. I ain't gonna say it's 100%, but enough for you to count on. And you turn around and treat them like shit. And then you expect them to treat you good after that. Don't come at me like I came at you. That's crazy. Hesitation, holding back, indecision. 2 of matches reversed. Think about it first. Don't come at me like that. Holding back. Don't. I'm just talking about that. The world card, completion, harmony, triumph. It's over. I mean, it's in this true. Start off with the tower, but I mean, we have nothing to do with the karma. Unrest, confinement, 4 needles, reverse, burnt out. And I think that's on all the parties. It's like massive skill, resourceful, the magician, concentration. Yeah. Somebody's, you getting your energy. It's a hurtful situation all the way around the board. I'm not going to lie about that. Heartbreak again. Suffering. 3 of needles. Sorrow. Yeah. Motivation. Re-energize. 4 of cups. Reverse. Spark. Infinity. Growth. The universe. Evolution. Possibilities. So you got to call on intuitive exploration, discovery, and justice, cause and effect, the truth, period, that. What you put out comes back. Spinning wheels, got spinning plates, and the buttons. Cord line. Overwhelmed, 2 buttons. Overcommitted. Oh, Lord. Love you with the long handle spoon. I mean, I don't know who, what, when, where. I have no idea, but I know something. I know it's something. And people been planning and planning. Damn. Spend your life planning to get somebody's demise. Because they life different than yours. Or you just, I mean, if you to focus on you, we say it all the time. Focus on your own life. And shit. Tired of saying that. University creators, they figured out. Let's see what else, child. Spinning wheel. Oh, it's by Tom Jones. I think so. I don't know. I think that's Tom Jones. Let the spinning ride a red pony. Let the spinning wheel something ride. Spinning wheel all around. Another tower. Damn, Tina, damn. Guilt, suffer. Little red Corvette. Baby, much too fat. Oh, damn. Sorrow, crime, death. Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Mars. Business, masculine energy, Aries, Sag. Right, a planet opponent left this pen and wheel right here. Horseman of Swords, reverse. Somebody out of their suffering. It says, enmity, strife, sickness, devoted to defense or protection. Reverse. Wheel of Fortune. I'm pretty sure, you know, stuff gonna happen. Horseman of Coins. Taurus, reverse. Sickness, talking, quiet. Up there. Reverse. Hangman, reverse. Men may not care. Sacrifice, forgive for the next life. Change. Refuse to change. Success. 21. Do something for me. Feminine energy. Leo, Pisces. Leo again. Sagittarius. Let me see what my booklet. I'm finding it this time. Eureka! 16. Lightning. Accident or catastrophe. In the spiritual world, chastisement of pride. In the intellectual world, the exhaustion of the mind, which attempts to penetrate the mystery of God. What happened? What y'all eating?
Chicken nuggets.
The physical.
You ain't been doing that all day. How you gonna put it in your mouth now? Let your boo be naughty. That baby back there, let go see.
Don't sit on the bed with that. Just change that sheet. I do not want no meat on there. Your chair right there. Sorry, Booker. Got a pain and phone, let the spin and wheel around. Wait a minute, let me push it over here. Wait. Put back. Okay. Let her sit down too. Physical world, the ruin of fortune.
Sit.
Remember this on the earth that only God is absolute. Reflect on the old oaks that have defiled the ravages. Stop doing that! Of time. And has finally been brought down. After a century of immunity, think that thou too may be brought low at the very moment of thy great arrogance by some unexpected blow. 13. The Reaper. Depth transformation. Perpetual spiritual world. Perpetual movement of creation. Destruction or renewal. Something gonna tell you something could be. It could be that going to. Yeah. I'm scared he gonna. It's not gonna flip. Sit down. He holding it. I don't trust it, Granny. Don't trust it. I don't trust it. I don't tell. That thing flipped on me. So. I don't blame you, Booker. Intellectual world. The ascension of the spirit into divine spheres. The physical world. Natural death. That is to say, the transition through which the soul leaves its physical form. What just took her clothes off?
I did not.
She had clothes just a minute ago.
Maybe that was Nyla.
Whatever, that was you. Physical form, henceforth, wait a minute. The transition through which the soul leaves its physical form, henceforth to function in an astral form, in the astral world. Remember the sun of the earth, that the terrestrial things are of a short duration, and that the highest powers are reaped as the grass of the field. The dissolution of thy organs will come sooner than thou expected, but do not dread it, for death is but a partition of another life. The universe absorbs without ceasing all which springs forth from her bosom that has not spiritualized itself, but the releasing of ourselves from the material instincts by a free and voluntary adhesion of our souls to the laws of the universal movement, constitutes in us the creation of a second man, a celestial man, and begins our immortality. Oh. Then we got the system. Could be system. Because we got Capricorn energy here, a whole nother way. Something dying out. Horseman of Swords. Horseman of Swords. Denotes thoughts of empathy, strife, or sickness. Right way up. Okay, let's reverse. Reverse, they are plans and desires for his ruin. Ten. Well, we are. So keep your eyes open. Protection, the will, change of fortune. Expresses in the spiritual world the active principle which vivifies all beings. VIVIFIES. Intellectual world, the governing authority. Physical world, good, evil, fortune. Good and evil fortune. Remember the son of the earth, that for power thou must will, that is, will strongly. Thou must dare, and to dare with success, thou shouldest know how to be silent until the moment of action. Know that to possess the key of power, you must learn to will persistently only for what is good and true. And in order to maintain thyself upon the heights of life, shouldest thou reach them, thou must have learned how to sound with a look and without dizziness the vast depths. Okay? Horsemen of coins. I'll take it. Whatever. It'll be for you. Because I don't want to tell too much on who it is or whatever the deal is. Just be aware. Horsemen of coins. You know what side you're on anyway. And then maybe you don't. Yeah. denotes thoughts relating to the health or money. Right way up, they tend to the prosperity of the client. So we got to pay for hire. Okay. Okay. Silent, silent. 12. Same thing. Different day. The martyr, sacrifice. Remember then some of the earth that sacrifice is a divine law from which none is exempt, but expecting ingratitude for men. Always hold our soul in readiness to render its account to the eternal. A violent death will spread its snares upon the way. If the world tempts thy earthly life, do not die without accepting with resignation this decree of God, and pardon our cruelest enemies, for whosoever does not forgive here below will be condemned in the next life to eternal solitude. Starting that shit over. So either it's reverse. I'm just gonna put it like that. Okay. 21. 21. To do something. Oh man. Adopt. Success and attainment. Spiritual world, angelhood. Intellectual world, the triumph of adoption. Physical world, the highest possible attainment. Remember, son of the earth, that the empathy, is that what that is? My face kind of toe. Of the world belongs to the empire of the world belongs to the empire of light, and that the empire of light is a throne which God reserves for the sanctified will. Thou wilt gather the fruit of knowledge of good and evil, and drink of the eternal fountain, if thou art sufficiently master of thyself to approach it without covering. Obstacles will disappear from thy path, and thy destiny will have no limit save those of thy will. Interesting. Feminine energy. Capricorn energy. Bow down, bow down. Gay man or just like penis system work. Black man or clarity or somebody in slavery and control. So this to make somebody bow down or make people bow down. Bow down, beast, bow down. Jay. Jack of Swords signifies a person ruled by Capricorn. Crafty, subtle, reserved. Right way up denotes a Capricorn man. I use Gemini energy. Capricorn again reverse. Equilibrium reverse. And third party. Cancer Pisces reverse, which is okay. King of Coins. Signify the person ruled by Gemini, intelligent, restless, and versatile, and fickle. Right way up denotes a Gemini man. I think, number 8. I think I can. 8. The balance, equilibrium, and justice Spiritual world, absolute justice. Intellectual world, attraction and repulsion. Physical world, relative justice. Feeble, feeble, FALLIBLE, and limited, which comes from man. Remember the Son of the earth that to be victorious over thyself and dominate obstacles is but a part of the human task. To accomplish it entirely, thou must establish equilibrium between the forces thou hast brought into play. All actions produce reactions. The will should foresee the shock of opposite forces in order to tamper or amur them. It signifies that the future is balanced between good and evil, and ones that are unbalanced mind is like an abortive sun, and it's reversed. So somebody doing something on impulse or greed or jealousy or ignorance or that's why it's being wiped out because of that. Okay. Okay. Reverse. Reverse. With no feeling. Okay, witches. Somebody didn't analyze the situation. Queen of Swords, reverse. Signifies a person ruled by sign of Virgo. Studious, rather even-tempered, ingenious, and witty. Reverse, it indicates a Virgo man. I analyze, so they did not weigh the whole situation out. King of Swords, reverse. Taurus energy. Signify a person ruled by Taurus, reserved, sullen, and practical. Reverse indicates a Taurus woman. I have. They don't have. That is comfortability. Okay, Taurus again, number 10. Silent, not talking. Confederacy, number 2, X. Okay. Oppressive, oppressors. Join forces against. Secret, Confederate. Five of Scepter reverse. Leo and Sag. Jupiter energy. Not confused. Star. Devil Pisces. Make feelings. 7 of Cups. Or drinking. Devil Aries. Work. Mars. Work. Seem like the same shit to me. Gemini. Aquarius for money. For money. Roxanne. You don't have to sell a red line. Roxanne. Horseman of Scepter. Hated Murphy. I forgot the band who sang it. Roxanne. Denotes thoughts of concerning business. Right way up indicates thoughts, advantages to the client. Libra, Aquarius, reverse. Two of coins. And then, oh, false friends, secret foes, reverse. And use your discernment. Somebody coming for you, but it might turn around and come for them. 18 or something. The moon. Secrets, deception, false friends. Spiritual world, the abyss of the infinity, intellectual world, oh shoot, which developed the spirit when it is self to the root out, it's cut off. Physical world, deception, and enemies. Remember then, son of the earth, that whosoever braves the unknown does so at his peril. Hostile minds, figured by the black dog, will surround him with ambushes. Friendly surveyor minds will offer him flatteries, and treacherous minds, like unto the scorpion, will plan to attain their ends through his ruin. Observe and listen, but know how to be silent. So I don't know if somebody's gonna be bragging. That's that internet shit. 22. Materialism. Failure, folly, and mistaken are spirituality. Oh, failure, folly, and mistaken are spirituality. Spiritual world, annihilation. 0 expresses external progression. In the intellectual world, 22 is ATHEISM, and 0, devotion to the religion of the stars. Physical world, 22 is materialism, and 0 is ceaseless cooperation and the furtherance of God's great plan. Remember then, son of the earth, that all things physical pass away, and that before the soul can pass to the higher realms, every debt to nature must be paid to the utmost foiling. Imprudence threatened to encompass thy ruin, and thou wilt be called upon to pay for thy folly, unless thou immediately change thy ways. No feeling. No cup offer. That's Scorpio, Pluto, Cancer, double Cancer, the new moon. And then we got Capricorn and Taurus, speaking, strife. I don't know. Take it how you take that. Any questions? Hello, Christine. Otherwise, we're going to go into a PTO. I was watching something earlier. It was explaining about the gods. Let's see.
everyone, and welcome to another video.
Oh yeah, it's inside of you. Oh yeah, it's inside of you.
Oh, let's see this right quick. It's a little short.
That's 12 particular parts of consciousness is inside of you. The 13th part of the consciousness is the dot inside of the circle. So if you take the circle, the ring of Solomon, and you've seen this, the spirit, you'll see the spirit and you'll see the dot. And if you take it and did do it 12 times, you get the zodiac. You see what I'm saying? The dot in the circle is the centerpiece, which is the 13th, which is Christ and the 12 disciples. You see, 12 seasons of the year, but those particular cycles are different archetypes of consciousness, archetypes of the collective unconsciousness. So you all the time, you don't say what time are you? Well, I mastered that shit. I'm Gemini and all that shit. Because I'm above the damn time. I'm right here in the motherfucking circle. And how do you get in the circle? Just realize there is a damn circle and you bypass the shit. It's all based on thought. You see what I'm saying? And you know, you're fact, no, I said, I transcended that shit. I'm all that shit. I might feel any of these gospels in any given hour. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not schizophrenic no more. I'm right here in the circle. And that's the Christ.
Hello. Right about that.
This settlement check
So right about that.
completely changed my life, and it came from a car accident I almost forgot about.
That was cool.
Put that on tape.
Let's see about
Put that on
Hollywood.
tape. And like I said, basically what happened with Hollywood, period, just about no person you see on the TV set, movies TV is local. Even Farrakhan said it back in, I think, 92. You shouldn't follow or even damn give a fuck about them people on that TV set. Most of just about all of them will buck dance and will sell you out to make a buck or to get before that camera. Hollywood, and as far as recording, has a history of buck dancing and selling you out. That's why Uncle Mama told them back in the 40s, the 50s, and the 60s. Don't buck dance, don't sing for them, don't dance for them, not for $2 or $3, not even for $1 million. That is a secret society. That's an organization just like any other city. First of all, everything that's functioning in this particular country is an organization. That's called a corporation. If you get the movie called Free Jack, you'll find out that everything is run by the corporation. So now everything being run by a corporation, Hollywood is a corporation, which is a doggone secret society. So therefore, they don't put a person before the camera not unless that person is checked out. If he ain't checked out, he don't stay around long, or he don't get the big roles. You see what I'm saying? He don't get the big roles. So based on that, because Bill Cosby is one of your top Negroes, you know that he's high up in it. So what the deal was, it was a sacrifice. First of all, to get that big, you have to give a sacrifice as far as you have to agree to do something in your life, whether it be on selling your people out, whether it be on doing a role is you jumping and selling out as far as doing something against your nature, or whether any type of thing. You see, well, what happened when it came to Bill Cosby was his son was supposed to follow in his footsteps, not necessarily in comedy, but was supposed to follow in his footsteps as a person that was supposed to someday join the ranks with the Boule or with some form of the secret society that Bill Cosby is in. And as a result, he took another route, and based on that, it set up the sacrifice. And as a result, he got taken out. Now, the Mandatory Constitution, the white people were saying that the woman that they saw at that particular time, the woman that came out to the car, right on the fur, that was supposed to have been his friend, this white woman, they say she was naked up under the fur. And she's in on it with him in the first place. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason why, he gave $20 million to Rockefeller, which is sterling dollars. So anyway, what the deal is there was some type of sacrifice. All of them got to do a sacrifice. Now you see Will Smith is the new man in all the movies. That's because Will Smith had to agree to do a homosexual movie, 6 Degrees of Separation, and as a result of doing that movie, he's now getting the role. You see what I'm saying? In this movie where a white boy pumping him in the behind and he holler like a woman. You see? So I'm saying, you know, Wesley Snipes had to go and put on the wig and do the doggone other movie. You understand what I'm saying? So it don't matter what if you're homosexual, that's fine. But you don't. But when you in the public, you become an icon of a race, and by being an icon, you become the standard of what people view your race as. So these particular people, in some way or other, they're gonna sell somebody out.
Boom. True that.
I'm telling you, stuff comes on.
That was quick and short. That's why I understand why people still want to go to Hollywood. Christine. Let's see. I'll ask a question right quick. Is the man and Christine? It's a yes or no. I usually charge $6. Let me do a free question for you. Let's see what just come out. Let's see. Is the man in Christine's life right now serious about her? I want to pick that. I don't know, Christine. You might have a handler. Okay. Temperance reverse, Sagittarius, or Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Might be a handler. You spiritual, or you know, might be best for you to be alone. I said one, but hey, it just keeps no victory. So that's my answer. Whether you like it, it's with it. Okay. Because when I first did it, it was automatically the love was reversed. So I just kept on anyway. Hello, Christine? Right, anyway. That's what it's saying. What's his zodiac sign? Christine? Did you leave? Yeah, what it is. Okay. I don't know which one of y'all have money, but I don't know. What else we got going on? What's going on? Girlfriend reverse. She is in love with your man. May not be. Usually discernment. Reverse. Reverse, reverse. Sacrifice Libra. Thank you for always making me feel good on my arm, so I can appear good and honest and get what I want. No love. That person don't love you. Just I want to show you. Really, he's showing me. They stay in the house because they keep them drugged up. Hey, Robert, how you doing? Torture or rape maybe the kids too. Certain people don't care. And I was walking down the street yesterday and I said somebody's husband or boyfriend that does the cooking is putting sleeping pills in the girlfriend or boyfriend, whoever it is, so they can sleep, so they can sneak out or sneak in with their child. I got that while I was walking the other day, so take that for whoever that's for. Or sneak in, I don't know, whatever. Wife, husband, sister stealing his or her inheritance. Forged the signature. Someone sick. A nephew, jealous of your family, cause or put a spell to cause confusion or chaos. Some of the kids in their class are Cabbage Patch, No Soul kids or clones, robots to set kids up. Put protection over or on them, on your kids. My outfit kind of dry in here, some moisture or something. Go on here. What that was? It's leaks going on here. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of mildew. Or somebody trying to send some shit, child. Lord have mercy. They finally killed him or her set up, innocent. Physical or spiritual jail, arrested. Yeah, what it is. They time to go is they time to go. Or whoever. If it's not, it ain't. Not your husband or wife. Stop giving the whole cow for free. Bad spirits watching to take over you. Don't fear. We can make you disappear. Threats. Our witness protection program. Financial advisor. Virgo. Dodge. 4 a.m. You got too many enemies. True that. A junkie, drugs, or hoarder sells junk. They're still trying to keep your royalties from an oil on mother's father's land. Long lost niece or nephew. The truth will come out or has. Hear that, Bergie? FBI building. Your brother Pisces. Or water sign, whatever. Everyone must make Trying to kill mother and father. Your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend have a spell on you to help kill others for fame and sports. Check yourself. Could be using you and you know nothing about it. Till you sitting in jail or dying. All fucked up. It's cold outside, or these people is cold-blooded. Haters, thieves. You never loved him or her. That's why you had no problem killing them. Siblings, child, mother, whoever. They're jealous of, own, or jealous of them. Period. You got some powerful people out here, y'all, that know how to. You don't know who you are, what you're doing. Or you think you're dabbling in something. And you letting in something you know nothing about. And then making you do, she become their slave. That's why they had me watching all them damn movies. You too evil. Stay away from me. True that. Diabetes, sickness, high blood pressure. Eat better. Fast food. No meat. Leave fast food alone. Sickle cell. Someone you know close is a serial killer or rapist or both. Kidnap. False marriage. Good stay around you. Assigned to you. To watch. Make friends. To spy or hurt you. Break you and your partner up. And don't trust them. And tell them y'all secrets are about y'all relationship. I thought the other day I was taking a walk coming back. And I went through this parking lot and I seen a couple people. But it's this one, it's like a dyke. And I heard somebody talking about dyke today and it brought me back. Had a head on the head. Now it remind me of a lady I know before I seen a long time ago. I used to work with. But I don't think that's her. Anyway, when I passed it, I looked. Someone told me to pass by the car for some reason. And I looked, she looked up, and I went on by the gas station. When she comes from out of the parking lot and going to the gas station, so it's some men in a U-Haul. 3 men in a U-Haul. And it seemed like she pointed towards me because they all looked at me. So I looked at them. So they was parked in front of her and they came back around. And I went on across the street and I started doing my stretches. So I sat down and I watched. I said, well, if they're not following me, they getting gas, something or whatever. So I sit there and watch for a minute and they were just sitting there. So I said, okay. So I went on down and by the time I got to the street that I was supposed to turn down, almost there, the U-Haul passed by. And then, they timed me because I was walking. And then later on, I seen her pass. She passed by a couple of times in this other car, white car or something. It's like, who are y'all? I mean, y'all that coward? Come in my face. I mean, whoever sent you is a coward. Shit, I mean, I don't know nothing about what some I do know about. But, damn, y'all greedy as fuck. Y'all evil for no reason. You have had a good life, good parents, childhood, but came out evil. Hello? Recording your voice, then cutting out words to make you appear guilty. Whatever. Sagittarius. Secret warehouse where they torture, interrogate people. Trying to interrupt your happiness because they fucked. Trying to leave the country, escape. looking at you through your TV or phone. Your sister Libra. What is that? What is that? Interesting. Vampires, they drink blood. I need your energy, not sorry. I abuse you. Need more. Explosive. Help. They trying to kill me. We innocent. Ancestors walking in to help you. Stand strong. Money on my books in jail. Innocent. Your sister Cancer. Surrender. Daddy disappeared, left or not there, or kidnapped, used, programmed, or secret society works for, or can't tell you, or where he is either, or where they at. Jail, FEMA camps, war, jail, prisoner. Hold up. What's happening to the world? Oh, this dimension. Whoever in charge now. Evil as fuck. Oh, maybe she got to throw her weight around and been patriarchy. Maybe, gay, or, masculine energy, or just, may not be masculine. I mean, may not be gay, masculine energy, but I know, the Taurus I was talking to a while with, neighbor, she was trying to convince me, but she went both ways. Very beautiful. I talked about her before, but I think I'm beautiful too. But tempting, but I don't know. I'm a woman, so I think, woman parts, man can handle that. But anyway, she told me how she abused a gay person she was dating and then wanted to talk to me. It's like you. And then she liked young guys. A Gemini, not short, I think. And so she knows she wanted her cake and eat it too. She knew she was very good looking. But a lot of witchcraft in her family and stuff. Her mom, different stuff she was telling me about. So when I got ready to move away, I didn't tell nobody. I mean, I didn't know nobody shit. Besides, my kids at the time, but I don't know if she felt some type of way. That's the, I was, anyway. So she's very convincing. And like I said, she's very beautiful. and she can get people to do stuff for her. So I don't know. Hopefully not, because that's been 3 years, 4 years. Somebody to be picking, but I'm probably not. I'm tripping. I don't care if my family get hurt as long as I get you. They irrelevant at this point. That's harsh. Your brother Sagittarius. Just leave me alone, for real. Isolation. Jimmy Cricket made an evil deal with an evil sorcerer to get rid of his parents. Um, but what would happen? Well, once upon a time, his parents were con artists, and they convinced him to rob people. You know, like they was homeless or whatever, and they went upon this couple, and he had got a potion because he was tired of them treating people bad, and he was going to turn them into dolls. And they knew already. They switched the potion they had. They went into this young couple thing and convinced them that they needed their service that could help them build their life or whatever, whatever. So they drunk the potion, and he thought for sure that his parents drunk the one, turned them into dolls, but it actually turned the people into dolls. So he asked the fairy, turn him into a cricket, get away from them. So anyway, that's that scenario. Don't join a gang or cult just for money. You can get that on your own. Be free. Okay, Cardi B did, but she was in a gang, so can you handle it? She's still, okay, being in that business. A lot of clones and AIs in human form doing crimes program. If you're not woke, you're a zombie or a clone. Government train your brother Virgo. Rock you back to sleep, girl. Distractions are romantic. That's Taurus energy. Archangels around. Wrong person or sabotage. Bad wedding. Born to be free. Wow. Someone you know or know you works for government, messing up your life, stopping your resources. When is it? 8 o'clock. You work for the creators. Hello. Released on bond. A crack, an opening. Federal Reserve involved. You caught. Arrested. Women rapists to watch your kids. Babysitter, daycare, paid to leave them in car or bus to die. Sloppy Joe, a job. In trouble or fired. AYIDA, Weldio, ADR. Water fertility and consort or related figure to Dambola, Papa Legba's brother. Mambo, female priestess of voodoo, conducts for the spirit, conduit, often challenging Eru, his sister Erezulie, a powerful goddess. Eruli, Frida, love, health, beauty, passion, prosperity, perfumes, jewelry, flowers, the Black Madonna. Chezit, ZestOchowa, is Iruzuli, family of spirits, work alongside Papa Legba. Izuli, Frida, Dantor, La Syrium, embody female aspects of love, beauty, and water, motherhood, Loa, Voodoo, Izuli, Romance and Luxury, Eloa, LWAA, Family, protects children and women. Other powerful goddesses, Ada, Ayida, We Do, Rainbow Spirit, Mambo, Priestess, Serpent. Can't believe y'all voted for the wrong team. Person. You're a good person. Sacrifice Capricorn. Using a device to get your credit card number or left at store using your card. Oh yeah. Somebody put me on what is that site? They asked for payment. Meetup or some shit like that. What the fuck? Man, y'all better stop using my shit. They trying to meet up with a damn thing. And whoever on there and played like me, that wasn't me. It wasn't me. I ain't trying to meet up with shit. And I ain't got to go to no site. I tried that shit one. It was overwhelming. It's some weirdo. And people on there to just get your attention. Then when they get your attention, they don't want to respond like he's supposed to run them down now. What the man? One man, older man, he was trying to tell you get his pension and want you to feel sorry for him. He's sickly, blah, blah, blah. I said, you ain't got to do all that to catch no damn body. If they for you, they for you. You ain't got to try to trap nobody else. Because, you know, little gangs, they put too many damn guys. I could get that out the street. I can get that outside. I ain't got to go on no damn site to get the same shit I get outside. That's crazy. Anyway, I'll be back later, y'all. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. Love y'all. I'll be back later. Bye.